Hey, this is René, welcome back to another video on this channel. Today I want to talk about the Donchian channel Scalping Expert Advisor again. This is the second part of a series, so if you haven't watched the first part, you should go back and watch it because otherwise you will not be able to follow along. In the first part of the series, I wrote this Expert Advisor where I can show it to you in the strategy tester real quick. So far, it just places a buy stop order and a sell stop order at the high and low of the last X bars, which is pretty much just the Donchian channel. And then it waits for the orders to become executed. What we don't have so far is a way to close these positions because these positions do not have a TP or SL. So we will have to take care of this. So, when we want to place ATP and or SL, we of course have to look at the part in the code where we open or where we send the orders, and this is here. So what we want to do is we want to calculate the TP and the stop loss here. So the easiest way to do so is to just use inputs for this and define the TP in points. So we can just choose like 100 TP points and 100 or 200 or 300 SL points. Usually for a scalping strategy, you have a TP which is a little bit closer to the open price than the stop loss. So we will just go with this concept and choose a TP which is half of the distance of the stop loss. So what we want to do is we want to calculate the TP using the high price, add the TP points and multiply it with the point value for the symbol that we currently run the EA in. And then for the stop loss, we will do the exact opposite pretty much and subtract the SL points from the open price of this TP and SL. You could round these values. I think we won't do it now because I think wait, let me check this real quick. Are they rounded here? No. Yeah, I think we should round these values. So what you have to do is TP is equal to normalized double, and then you just cut the digits after the total amount of digits that this symbol has after the decimal point. So just use the normalized double function for this, and then you can use these TP and SL variables here for the position opening. We will do the same thing for the sell order, of course, but let me turn this around because the SL comes first. And then for the sell order, or before we send the sell order, we also want to calculate the TP. In this case, it is the low minus the TP points multiplied with the point value. And then we just round this. And also we will have the stop loss, which is the low plus the SL points multiplied with the point value. And we should round this as well. So like this. So if we compile this, everything works. So no errors. Let's go back to the strategy tester. Let's run the program again with the default settings. And you can see now we still place the same order, but it has a TP and a stop loss. And the TP should be 100 points away, the stop loss should be 200 points away, and it was working just fine. So once a order is executed, let me fast forward a bit and let me try to catch the moment here. So once the order is executed, this was too fast. But yeah, you can see how it works now. We can close positions, or positions are closed automatically, of course, because there is a TP and a stop loss, and this is how it works. So we can now already use this strategy. It would be a strategy that you can use like this, and you could do your first backtest with it. So you can see, might not be the best or most specific strategy so far because we still have some things to add, like the trailing stop and stuff, but you can see it. Like technically it works, and you open positions and you close positions. Also, like with this concept of having the magic number and everything, we can also use this EA in multiple charts, I think, and should not get any problems with it. But still, I promised you a scalping strategy with a trailing stop. So this is what I want to add now. I want to add a trailing stop. So let's just create a really basic trailing stop using the TSL points, which could be like 20, because this should be a scalping strategy. Then we can add the TSL trigger points, which could be like 50. So after 50 points in profit, we want to start move the trailing stop loss in a distance of 20 points. So how can we do this? So far, we only worked with orders, and we put everything in this if statement, which checks if there is the start of a new bar. This unfortunately doesn't really make sense for applying or using a trailing stop. So what we have to do is we have to get into the main body here of the of the onTick function, and now we will have to work with positions. So whenever a order is executed in the MetaTrader 5, it will stop being an order and it will start being a position. So executed orders, so open trades are called position in MetaTrader 5 programming. So we will have to use a loop, which is really similar to this loop actually, but we will loop through the positions. But we can also have like by position, we can have some variables for this, and then we can also like print these position tickets in the chart comment, which will give us a good overview of like what's happening in the EA. So just modify this comment here a bit. Then we will have the buy position and the sell position. So buy position and sell position like this. Compile it and good to go. So now, since we are here now, we can say for int e is equal to positions total. So make sure to use positions total now, because we are looping the positions and not the orders like we did before. The rest of the loop is pretty much the same. And also what we do now is pretty much the same. We will get the position ticket of the position that is currently at index I. Then we want to check if we can select a position using this position ticket. Then we want to check if position get integer, position type. Oh no, let's check first if the position magic number is equal to the magic input. So we can make sure that this is a order or a position that was opened by this expert advisor. Then as a next step, we can check the position type, which should be equal to position type buy, and yeah, then we found a buy position, and if it's not a buy position, we will check if it is a position type sell position, sell. In this case, we will have different calculations for the trailing stop. So what we have to do is, if we have a buy position, we will have to check if. Oh, and we will need the bid and ask price. So we can, yeah, let's just move this up here and maybe copy it once and also get the ask price using symbol ask now here. And now we can check if the bid price is above the, oh, and now we will need the position open price and everything. So what we have to do here is we will have to get the position price open, which we can get by position get integer. Oh no, sorry, position get double, position price open. Then we will have to get the TP, position TP, which is position get double, position TP, and position stop loss, which is position get double, position stop loss like this. So now we have these three values for the currently open position. Now we can check if the bid price is above the position price open plus the TSL trigger points multiplied with the point value. And then in this case, if the TSL is triggered, then we want to calculate the new SL, which will be bid minus the TSL points now, multiplied with the point value. And then we only have to check if the SL is greater than the current position stop loss. And if this is true, we want to modify the position. So what we want to do is we want to say trade position modify. And this is really easy. You just provide the position ticket of the position that we want to modify, the new SL, which is stored in the SL variable, and the old TP, which is stored in the position TP variable. And that's it. Let's write the block for the sell positions. In this case, we work with the ask price. We check if the ask price is below the position open price minus the TSL trigger points in this case now. And then we just calculate the stop loss, which is ask plus TSL points multiplied with the point value. And then we check if the new SL is smaller than the position SL or the position SL is equal to 0, which means that the position currently has no stop loss. And then we modify this position. This is the same as for the buy position. And yeah, that's one thing that I forgot. We should round this so we don't have any rounding issues. So just use the normalized double function again for this. Normalized double SL and the digits. So that's it. So compile, no errors, everything's good, we good. And yeah, this is the block that will take care of the trailing stop. And yeah, we can just start the same backtest again. And you can see now we have the inputs for the SL points and the TSL points. And if we start this, we will see, whoa. We will see a trailing stop once a position is executed. So let me try to catch the moment here. Yeah, this is going really fast, of course, always. So too fast for me. But yeah, let's have a look at the history and other operations. And you can see there are operations for stops, which means that the stop is modified. And you can also see it in the journal. And if you are on your own PC and you wrote the program, you can test this and watch it like really slowly and you will see exactly what happens. Also, I can do one more thing. I can just change the inputs here. So we will use a wider TP, maybe 1000 points, and a wider stop loss, 2000 points, and then a TSL trigger of like 200 points or 500 points and TSL points of like 50. So we will see what happens now if we test the strategy. So yeah, you can see now the distance for the TP and SL is like really far away. And yeah, you can see there was an execution and the trading stop was triggered. Also, here's another sell position. So we can just see if this will go into the profitable area. Yeah, we now see multiple sell stop orders, of course, because of the long distances here for the TP and stop loss and everything. There's another buy position, another buy order. Yeah, it looks a little bit messy now. So maybe we I will show you how you can prevent more orders if there's still one open order. Yeah, but I mean, you can see like the trading stop is working. Now you will have to figure out if it actually makes the strategy better in the long run or worse. But yeah, let's have a look at the code again. Maybe, stop. Maybe I can show you the code that prevents multiple orders from being placed if there's still an open position. So all you have to do is like before you open the position here, you will just have to check if position ticket or it's buy. If the buy position variable holds a value smaller or equal 0, and here if the sell position holds a value smaller or equal 0, because in this case it means that there is no open buy or sell position. So this is how you can do this. And now if I fast forward this test again a little bit, you will see it only places one order and position into one direction at the same time. So we should only, wait, it's not really working. Okay, I messed it up. Wait, let me check this again. And sell position is smaller or equal 0. Oh yeah, I think what I forgot is, like here, when we loop through the positions, I forgot that when we find a position, for example, the buy position, we have to update the buy position variable, of course, with the position ticket of the currently selected position. And for the sell, if we find a sell position, we will, of course, position ticket have to update the sell position variable. So now let's start another test. And now everything should work. So we will see a maximum of one order and position in the same direction at the same time. So you can see no multiple orders anymore. And yeah, it's just up to you, like what you prefer. I mean, everything is fine. Like there's no right or wrong, I think. But if you use very far, like very big distances for the sell stop and buy stop order, it might make sense like this. Okay, I just realized I still forgot one really important thing here, because so far the EA never modifies the order, but it should. I mean, if the, let's have a look at the Donchian channel again. If you have a look at the Donchian channel, you can see the Donchian channel is moving. So if we have a buy stop order here and it's not executed, of course we want to drag it along with the Donchian channel. So let's go back to the code and let's take care of this. So of course, when we want to do this, we will have to have a look at this block where we place the order, or where we can modify the order. So we will, I mean, we can do it here. Like when we found an order, like we loop through the orders anyway. When we found an order, we can just check, or let's do it like here. We will just get the order price and we will use order get double to get the order price. I think it's order price open or order price current. I don't know. I think it's order price open. But yeah, I will have to check this. And now what we want to do is we want to check if high is unequal order price open. So if the price changed pretty much. Or let's check if order price, or if high is smaller than order price open, because this means that the Donchian channel kind of dropped. And then what we want to do is we want to cancel the order, because we want to place a new order. So we will say trade order cancel or order delete, using the order ticket to delete this order. And in this case, we don't want to update the buy order, because we want to place another buy order. So we will do it like this. So whenever we loop through the open orders, we check if we find the order for this EA. And if we find a buy stop order, we want to check if we will have to update it, because in this case, we will just delete the old order and don't update the buy order variable here. So it means it's still 0. So we will place a new order here. This is the idea. So let's check if this works. Also for the sell order, we want to check if the low is no greater than the order price open. And then in this case, we will delete the order using this order ticket here. And then we will go with the else only if there is no need to delete the order. Okay, so since I changed the code like this, we will now see that the order should be dragged along with the price. Okay, there's one more thing that I did not really think of. Yeah, I will have to take care of this, because the new order is not placed if the bid price is not below the middle or above the middle of the line. So we will have to take care of this. So how do we do this? We want to place the order in this case. So we could just modify the order instead of deleting it. But what we can also do is we can also say something like the easiest way is to create update something like this, like two Boolean variables, where we just check if we will have to update the buy or sell order. So if we delete one order, we can check if we deleted the order, and then we want to say is buy order update is true, and if we deleted a sell order, we will say is sell order update is true. And then before, like in the if statement where we check if we have to open a new order, we will check if bid is smaller than middle or if is buy order update, because in this case we also want to update or send a new buy order. And here we want to check if sell order is updated. Also make sure to put this in brackets, like in round brackets, because it makes, otherwise it will mess up like your structure of the if statement. Okay, but now we should see that orders are updated if it is necessary to do so for the EA. Nope, not really happening. So, oh, this, wait. Yeah, let me check this again. Yeah, now the sell stop order is dragged along. And you can see, yeah, it is moved, or it's following the price now. So this seems to work. We can check the same thing for the buy order. Let's just wait for this scenario. Yeah, let me speed this up a bit. So, okay, yeah, so there's a buy order and yeah, it is dragged along. So it seems to work. Let's check the journal for any errors. No errors. So I think the code is fine so far. And this is the Donchian channel Scalping EA. And yeah, you can see that, I mean, didn't do a lot of testing yet, but I mean, could be profitable, could not be profitable. We would have to do a lot of testing. Also, this would be necessary to do a live test because breakout strategies like this are usually really affected by slippage and stuff. But so far, I like the idea and I will do some more testing, I think, and maybe in a separate video. But I hope that you like this video tutorial. I will just scroll through the code slowly. So if you want, you can copy it from here. Yeah, we just include the ctrade class. We have several input variables. We have several global variables. Oh, wait. These are the input variables. Then we have two global variables. In the onInit function, we just update the bars total variable. And we set the magic number for this trade object variable. This is really important because our code kind of works only if the magic number is correct. And it will also help you to not mess up your account if you run it in multiple charts and stuff. And then in the onTick function, we get the bid and the ask price. For the symbol, we loop through the open positions. We check if we can find a position. In this case, we get some of the properties of this position. If we find a buy position, we update this buy position variable here. And then we check for a trailing stop. If it's necessary to process the trailing stop, we do the same thing for the sell positions, of course. Then here we check if there's a new bar. And if there's a new bar, we get the highest and lowest point of the last X bars. Also, we get the middle price in between of these two values. Then we loop through all the open positions. Oh, no, sorry. Through all the open orders. We check if we find an order. If it's a buy order, we check if we have to modify this buy order. If we do, we will just delete the old one and update this is buy order update variable. If we find a buy order that's still valid, we just update the buy order variable here. And we do the same thing, of course, for sell stop orders. Once we did all of this, we check for the entry criteria of this strategy. So if we are like below the middle for buy orders, or if we have the need to update a buy order, and also we check if there are currently open buy orders or positions. If it's not the case, we just send a buy stop order and wait for the execution. Then we also have a comment which will give us the most necessary information, so we always know what's going on with the EA. So compiled, no errors. Feel free to use the code, feel free to modify it, feel free to make it better, more efficient, more safe, whatever you feel the need to. And if you want to learn more about mql5 programming, check out the first link in the video description and you will learn everything. So thanks for watching. Hope you can use this program. Have a great time and good trades. Bye bye.